Hey guys, welcome back. Excited to have you here today. This is, yes, another episode of Ansuini Live. You may be wondering where my classic excitement and over-enthusiastic attitude is today, but today I have something special. That's right, I've changed up my lighting setup because I'm just feeling a little bit more zen today. So today, yeah, we're just gonna hang out here like normal, and just gonna enjoy this beautiful music by Randy, and also some pretty drone footage that'll be sitting there in the back. I believe I'm gonna have to restart that once during the stream because it's only a 30-minute video that I made, but otherwise, you should be able to enjoy this stream pretty well. Is there any technical difficulties, lighting, setup, sound that you want to address here at the beginning? Because again, this is the first time I've done this. Let's say hello to all of the usual suspects hiding out here in the chat. Looks like we have Alpha was first. Congratulations, Alpha. Glad to have you. So happy that you decided to join us today. Also, we have Grant. Grant is, please, no more ASMR. My ears are bleeding. Well, you're more than welcome to leave. That's fine. I'm just whispering into a microphone. Alpha, Grant, thanks for joining. Good to have you here today. Yes, this is beautiful drone footage that I captured in La Mesa, California, which, as you may know, is where Randy hails from, and he is famous for his beautiful sunrises and sunsets. So I have him to thank for that. Also, I have you to thank for that, guys. Thanks for joining. Gage, welcome. Thanks so much for joining, Gage. Excited to have you. Sorry, Grant, this isn't for you. I am not feeling high-powered today, but I still wanted to have an Ansuini live stream. I am noticing that we have a good number of people who are watching, currently 6 people, but only 3 people in the chat. Need I remind you what the rules of Ansuini Live are? Rule number 1, be nice to each other and be nice to me. Rule number 2, have fun. And rule number 3, if you're listening to this show, you have to do 2 things. You have to interact in the chat, and you have to answer the question of the week. That's right. Question of the week is... Ooh, it's a little loud. Hey, there we go. I don't have to, lean in as much. I think this is a better thing. There we go. Let's pop out the chat here so I can find it a little bit easier. How's the music in comparison to my voice? I'm right up on the microphone, kind of talking quietly, and that laptop's about 8 feet away from us, and it's at 100%. So in my audio tests, it seemed like that was about balanced, but it's deafening my left ear right now. Yeah, it looks like it's about balanced. We're at about negative 30 decibels on the music and about 5 on my voice, which should be about balanced. Anyway, Alpha, thank you so much. This is the Ansuinians chat. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun this evening. Actually, I know we're gonna have a lot of fun this evening because we always do. We just hang out and have a jolly old time. So yeah, you 7 people in the chat right now who are not chatting. It is your responsibility, and dare I say, legal obligation to chat and to spend time with us here, interact with us in the comments, because remember, this show is nothing without you guys. If you guys don't give us direction and topics and conversation points, this goes absolutely nowhere, and it gets very boring very quick. Grant wants to know why I'm not running it through the computer's audio. 2 reasons, Grant. Number 1, I couldn't be bothered to, and number 2, I really just enjoy the ambience that's in the room right now. I know that it might be a little bit more professional to have it in the computer itself, which it might be, but I wouldn't be able to hear that. So I'm just sitting here vibing with you guys. The beautiful music, great lighting, beautiful camera quality, horrible internet, but not everyone has Starlink. Drew! Because, you know, not everyone has Starlink. Anyway, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because it sounds like it's just so loud over there. I don't know. Okay, hopefully that's not too quiet. Let me check the levels here. Let's actually just listen to the replay here. Give me a moment. We're testing stuff out. Plus, you guys aren't really chatting. So far, only Gage has commented all of once. Alpha and Grant are being the most frequent commenters at the moment. But so far, all the other 8 people who are listening to this right now are not commenting. You guys, this is mandatory. If you're going to watch Ansuini live, you have to participate. This is not a passive show. I guess I didn't mention the question of the week. Okay. I had to listen to the audio playback, and it sounds much better. I do like it. A little bit quieter in the background, and it's not deafening me. Yeah, so the question of the week, which is important for everyone to answer, because if you don't answer it, there's no point in participating here. Why Mike? I want to take a moment and thank you so much for joining. Why Mike says, giant bagels? What? Are we going to calculate how many squirrels will fit inside of a giant bagel this week? I don't know. That doesn't sound like too much fun. Question of the week. What is the most beautiful picture you've taken? And if you want to share, go ahead and tag me on Twitter. I'd love to take a look at it and maybe even show it here on the show, because I am in the mood for some beautiful photography. So I know there are a couple photographers out there who enjoy taking either shot on iPhone pictures or shot on other camera pictures. Tweet them at me. I'd love to see them, some of your best work, and we'll just enjoy that together tonight. That's what I'm, so that's the question of the week. What's the most beautiful picture you've taken? Where was it? Tell me a little bit of details about the background of it. You know, where was it taken? When was it? Why did you take it? What editing software or cool things did you do, if you did anything? I want to know, what was the best picture you've ever taken and where? So that's the question of the week. Tag me on Twitter if you want to share, at Nick Ansuini, and we'll enjoy the pictures together as a group. All right, so we have so far just Alpha, Grant, and Mike and Gage here. I know for a fact there are 7 people, so there are a total of 3 people who are unaccounted for at the moment. So I don't know why you guys aren't chatting, because the number 1 rule of Fight Club is to not talk. I'm sorry, the number 1 rule of Ansuini Live is to talk. You're supposed to talk about Ansuini Live. Okay, so let's see. It looks like we have some people submitting their pictures, and let's go through the chat. I realized I've just kind of been skimming through the chat here. We'll start up at the very top. Alpha says, mind if I'm the first one to comment? Yes, Alpha, I do not mind at all. You are more than welcome to be the first commenter. Congratulations. I know normally you are scooting in or scooting out because we were on different times. I'm doing it a little bit later in the evening. Seemed to work, but not sure how long this trend will continue, as my commitment is Thursday evenings. So anytime after like 4 or 5 would be considered evening in my mind. But otherwise, we will keep this going. Let's see. Alpha says, really wish I could shoot that beautiful photo footage. Yes, I know. It's very beautiful, huh? I got this weird, like, Ansuini logo here. Well, I can get rid of that. Oh, well. We'll leave that. Grant is a little confused. At least he was. Bro, what the? Please no ASMR. Sorry, Grant. We have to have all of the ASMR here. I love ASMR. ASMR is amazing. Anyway, we'll stop with the ASMR just for Grant, because his ears were bleeding at some point today. Sorry about that. Gage, thanks for asking. How are you doing this evening, Nick? I am doing exceptionally well. I had a really chill day today. I actually took a nap, which I never do. Shows you how tired I've been the past few days. I took like a proper siesta. It was like a 2-hour nap after lunch. And I woke up and I was like, where am I? What time is it? What is it, morning? Why is it so bright? And I was like, oh yeah, I took a nap. And I felt amazing and I feel amazing, but I've just kind of been chill all day. It's been one of those days. It's been a wonderful day, Gage. Who am I talking to? Gage, how's your day? Want to hear about that? How's your guys' day? Tell me about that down in the comments. Alpha says, fellow Ansuinians. Yes, we have plenty of fellow Ansuinians here. Oh, Alpha, I know. Nobody followed rule number 1. That sucks. When they don't follow rule number 1, just be nice to you. You guys, everyone needs to be nice to each other and to me. Music could be a tad quieter. I think we fixed that. Answered Grant's question there. Alpha's at 50% on his end. My Y Mike says giant bagels. I think we're gonna need to calculate the size of a giant bagel, depending on how giant that bagel is. I think that might be difficult to achieve, but we will try. I got to go look for mine real quick. Alpha's looking for his picture, which everyone should be who's listening to this live stream, which currently is 8 people. So out of the 41 subscribers to Ansuini Live's channel, I would imagine that 8 people could interact in the chat, but so far we've only had 4. That's right. It's a 50% engagement rate. That's just, you guys are hurting my heart personally. I'd appreciate it if everyone interacted, because this is an interactive live stream. It's nothing without you guys. I don't have anything prepared. Well, I actually do have something prepared this week, but it's more fun when you guys interact. We're gonna reset my voice box. Give me one moment. Look at some of that beautiful drone footage. Randy actually captured that drone footage. Most of the other footage, I was the pilot for that, or Drew. But that was the footage that Randy captured. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so Grant sent his over. We will get to all of the pictures in just a moment. Give everyone a little bit of time to get their pictures in. Again, question of the week for those who are just joining, possibly Julian and Nathan. Hello, welcome. Question of the week this week is, what's your favorite picture that you've ever taken? Tell me about it. Tell me about where you were, when you were, why you took it, fun details, anything like that. And then if you want to share the picture, feel free to tag me on Twitter at Nick Ansuini, and we'll go through them together and enjoy some really beautiful photography. All right. So, Grant said, sent it over as I was at work. I thought it was cool because of the lighting. Ooh, yes, I love good lighting. An example would be this evening. I'm deciding to be a little bit more adventurous with my lighting. I was watching a live stream that I did back in December when I first got this studio set up. Excuse me, I think I just burped into the microphone. That probably was not pleasant. I do apologize for that. Anyway, I had my lighting set up a little bit differently, where I basically was recreating an infinity white background, and I really do enjoy that look, and I've been toying around with changing my entire setup to be able to accommodate that more often. But I think we're gonna stick with this for now. I was feeling a little more moody, so we have our hot lights on, our warm LED lights, 3300 Kelvin, beautiful lighting. I think it's gorgeous. All right, so lighting is very important, as Grant mentioned. Alpha said, I took a picture within a valley of me and my girlfriend facing the horizon. Oh, sounds so satisfying. Alpha says, sent. It was a contender for an album cover, but sadly wasn't picked. Though I think it's my best picture. Hashtag shot on iPhone. Wow, Alpha. That's quite impressive here. Allow me to pull up the... Oh, I clicked the Safari button and I was waiting for Safari to pop up, but I already had Safari popped up. Let me open up Twitter and see if we can't see these. Okay, so looks like I got Alpha's there. Got Mike. Ooh, Mike has a good one. And then I think Grant texted me. Okay, so I see these beautiful pictures here. Just think, Grant, that is a very nice picture. I do like that. All right, so let's see how I can get... Ooh, Gage just sent his in. Ooh, that's a beautiful one, Gage. Let me see if I have Keynote installed here. If I can just toss these all... Oh, I do. Let me just... give me a moment, guys. Just chatting. Let me get Keynote open, and we'll see if we can't just dump all these pictures in. All right. While Keynote is thinking, let's get back to the chat here. Why Mike says, I only take naps when I stay up all night. See, I did not stay up all night. I got like 6.5 hours of sleep last night. There's no reason why I should have been tired, but I just was. I don't know. Maybe it was the pain of watching that movie that I watched this morning, Mike, and you know all about that beautiful movie. Julian says, hello. Hello, Julian. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining. Good to see you again this week. It's been a while, been a whole week. Excited to have you. Hopefully you can answer the question of the week here, as I believe most other people have. But the question of the week is, what is the favorite picture you've ever taken? Alpha's welcoming Julian. Alpha, thank you for always welcoming people. I do appreciate that about you. Always very welcoming and excited in person. I appreciate that. Nathan says, hey Nick, now isn't a great time for me, but I'm happy to check in for a minute and say hi. Nathan, thank you so much for joining. I know it's not a convenient time for everyone, but it seemed to be a little bit more convenient time for other people last week. That's why I'm keeping it all switched up. We don't have a set time, sometime Thursday evening. I'm sorry if that causes any frustration for you. These are available on replay. I like to keep them privatized on this channel. Not privatized, unlisted. After the fact, but you can always look at the tweet that I send out. It has that link, or you can save this link somewhere else and watch it anytime at your leisure. But I know it's not quite as much fun as engaging with it live. Man, look at that sunrise. That's so pretty. Look at that. Oof. It's like a macOS wallpaper right there. Okay. Alpha also welcomed Nathan. Alpha's feeling so friendly this evening. Well, you sure are coming off that way. I appreciate that, Alpha. Nathan says, I'll send a pic. I think I got that, Nathan. Appreciate it. Alpha says, can't complain about lighting. It helps night shift. It helps night shift a lot. Yes. Can't complain about my lighting or the lighting on your picture. I was on a walk this week and I got a picture of the sidewalk. Ooh, Julian, I think you should send that in if it's a good one. If you think that's the best picture you've ever taken, I'd love to see it. Why Mike says, love the song from Randy's latest. I know. All of these songs from Randy's latest album are just gorgeous. Waiting for the Dawn is the best album on the planet. You can nod at me. It's just so chill, so relaxed. I was listening to this song earlier this week. I'm like, you know what? It's just the perfect album. It's just chill, relaxed, almost lo-fi, but not quite. A little bit more energy than lo-fi, but perfect for Ansuini Live. Alpha says, I'm currently addicted to a movie on Apple TV+. Guess which one? Is there a reason why you enlist the streams? What? Alpha, are you talking about Cherry? So I believe that is a movie about a guy who enlisted in the army and kind of his life was wrecked before, let's be honest. But anyway, was that what you're talking about? Let's give me another minute here, and then we'll get all of the pictures that you guys submitted. I thank you for all submitting pictures. This is awesome. Thank you so much for being willing to share and enjoy these pictures with us here. So let's see if we can quickly whip together a keynote presentation that involves a... Man, how do you add? There we go. Add slide. Blank slide, please. Thank you. I'm talking to my computer like I'm 70. Look at me. Ooh, Julian, that is a very nice picture. Very nice. I love it. Ooh, that is gorgeous. I love the clouds in your picture, Julian. Let's go ahead and add another slide here and find... I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but... oh, wow, Nathan, if you're still here. Whoa, buddy, you have some artwork here. Oh, wow, Nathan. Wow. Okay, so let's see Nathan here. He has 4 pictures that he submitted. They all look very pretty, just from what I'm seeing on Twitter here. So let's see if I can get these all into the presentation here, and we will set these all up in kind of collage style. Everyone will get a slide. How about that? Oh, wow, this is a beautiful picture, Nathan. I love it. This is like some slot canyons or something you found. Very pretty. Very pretty indeed. Oh, man, that's such a beautiful song that Randy made. I'm really loving that. Oh, okay, guys. We're going to bump the energy up just a little bit here. Just a little bit energy excitement, okay? Because we have the best song in the universe, the only song that was written specifically about me, which I can say 100% is about me, the next song, /NA. All right, everybody, here goes. Let's just all enjoy the next song, shall we? Ooh, I love this song. Man, there's just more pictures coming in. Give me a minute, guys. This is why I need that production assistant. Get me some assistance here. No, I like doing this all by myself. It's kind of more organic, and I get to hang out with you guys. This is such a good song. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Well, you suck, Randy. Man, I love that song. All right, let me make sure I got everybody. I think I did. Oh, man, I forgot Grant. Oh, no. Grant sent me another one, didn't he? Hold on. Yep, Grant, you sent me another one. Look at that. All right, let's get a second one for Grant, and then we'll go ahead and start the... I guess this is almost like show and tell. What are we in? Grade school? But this is pretty much show and tell at this point, where we're just showing off our best work here. Hanging out, having some fun. Man, that's some beautiful pictures, guys. All right, let's hit the chat here real quick, and then we'll get into our show and tell of the answer of the week, the question of the week, which is the best pictures that you've ever taken. And then, yeah, we'll go through those here. So, Nathan said that he sent a few in. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. Alpha says, I'll give you a hint. My profile pic is of a character of the movie. Well, I don't know. I guess it would be something about Alpha. Or a wolf. Julian says, that was shot on my iPhone 11 Pro. Yeah, we're going to go through all these, and we'll make sure to go through them slow enough so that everyone can claim and tell us all a little bit about their pictures here. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and do that? We'll do this, and then we'll also do, let's see if we can have this here like that. Ooh, that's very nice. Okay. So, you know what we're going to do here? We are going to see if we can't make that bigger and make that slide only. Ooh, look at that. Ah, lovely. All right, so we're going to switch over to OBS, and we're going to share screen. Oh, look at that. Okay, so you guys are seeing what I'm seeing now. This is Grant's submission, and forgive me, I put them all. No, this is one's Grant's, but when we get to other people's, make sure to let me know whose it is. And Grant, why don't you talk us through these two pictures? I'm very excited that you shared them with us. They're two very beautiful pictures. We have one of a Ferris wheel, which with some of the most beautiful early morning light that I've seen in a long time. That is really pretty colors there with the oranges and the yellows and the very light blue. I really like this picture. It's a wonderful picture. And then obviously you cannot go wrong with a sunrise over a mountain. You really can't. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm seeing lots of people in chat like, oh, looks like Solid State joined in. Hey there. Good to see you. It's been a while. I think we did a show together a little while, didn't we? How are you doing, buddy? Been a while. Thanks so much for joining. Excited to have you. Glad you could join in. All right. So I don't know if Grant's in the chat anymore. Looks like he might not have been. Looks like he left a while ago, maybe. I don't know. His last chat was a while ago. So I'm not going to wait around for Grant to respond, but Grant, if you are here and you want to share any extra details about maybe the story behind these pictures or where you found them or, whatever you want to share, feel free to let us know and we'll go back to this. But for now, let's move on to the next one. Let's see here. How do you navigate when you don't have the bar? Scrolling doesn't do anything. All right. I'm a noob for this, obviously, here. Let's see. All right, so maybe we have to click to the next one and then click navigation. There we go. All right. Oh, there's Grant again. Dang, I'm sorry, buddy. Let's go back. Hold up. We'll stop everything. Go back because we don't leave any people behind here. Grant said, this was a sunrise of when I first drove my friends around because I could legally do it. Ooh, that's my fun memory and a beautiful morning. Man, I'm glad that you captured that moment with a picture. Because that's pretty fun memory there, being able to drive friends around. I remember that day. That was pretty fun. Wish I would have captured a beautiful picture that morning. Solid State, I don't think you heard the question of the week. The question of the week is, what's the best picture you've ever taken? And if you'd like to tell us any details about it, that's fine. And if you also want to share it with the group here, just tag me on Twitter, and I'll add it into this little slideshow, and we'll go through them together, just like we did with Grant. So let's go ahead and hit this next one. If I remember, this is Julian's submission. So let's go ahead and go here. I really love the high dynamic range here that Julian was able to capture with the clouds. Just look at those clouds. Are they not just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? I love it when a cloud has silver lining and it's like blue sky behind it. This is the kind of day where you just want to be outside and enjoy the sunshine, even though it's a sunny day and probably going to be a little bit warmer. You know that it's not going to be too hot because you have all these beautiful clouds covering you and making sure it's not going to get too hot. So it's definitely a beautiful day there. So thanks so much for capturing this, Julian. This is absolutely gorgeous. I also love how the road kind of vanishes and gives a little bit of perspective. I guess it's a sidewalk, huh? But it vanishes and gives a little bit of perspective to the picture there. It's a very nice picture. I love it. Great job. Alpha says try command down. Doesn't look like that is doing anything. None of the arrow keys or enter keys are doing anything work. Anyway. All right, let's go back to the navigation bar. And this one, oh my goodness. This one is from, was this Nathan? Uh-oh, hold on. Yes, it was Nathan. Whew. I can remember correctly. I'm very happy about that. Uh-oh, looks like Grant remembered another one. We'll get to that one in a moment, Grant, don't worry. Let's see, so Nathan sent these in, and whew, my goodness, these are a couple of really good pictures here. So let's take a look at each one here. This one is looks like some kind of red rocks with the most beautiful blue sky. As someone who hails from the wonderful state of Colorado, I know all about the beautiful red rocks that we have. And some of my favorite pictures I've taken have been in and around the red rocks of Colorado. It's very, very beautiful geology. And especially when you get a nice blue sky to contrast that deep orangey fiery red, which you've done in both of these pictures here, it's very impressive. So great job, Nathan. Any details you want to share or anything like that? Happy to hear anything you want to share about that, Nathan. Thanks so much for sharing these two pictures specifically. We'll get into this one here, which I have a little thing for flower photography and still life photography in general. I definitely have a problem, but I think this is very beautiful. I think these are cherry blossoms. They look like cherry blossoms. And there's just something about when you have like rows of cherry blossom trees, like I believe on the reflecting pool in Washington, D.C., which is in front of the Washington Monument and between the Lincoln Memorial. They have rows of cherry trees, I believe given as a gift from Japan. And so Japanese culture is very famous for their use of cherry blossoms. And they're in the springtime. Been there once during the spring. It's just so beautiful with the reflecting pool. Just a line of pinkish whitish cherry blossoms. It's just so beautiful. So wonderful job here, man. This is some truly amazing work. And then you can't go wrong without some of the most beautiful sunsets in the world, and that is one of them. Are you in Colorado, man? Like that looks like a Denver Front Range sunset if I've ever seen it. And if you don't want to share, that's totally fine. But yeah, that's that. I love these kinds of sunsets. Those are beautiful. All right. Alpha says, wow, it's almost like it's from a time lapse. Alpha, you almost said a bad word there. Thank you for not. Yeah, Nathan has some skills here. Nathan has given us a little bit of details about his pictures here. Let's see what he says. Nathan says, I'm not sure how long, but I'll be able to stay on, so I'll describe my photos right now. All shot on an old Canon ESO Rebel with an 18 to 55 millimeter EFS lens. Ooh, very nice. That's a very solid camera. I was looking at an EOS Rebel for a while, but I ended up going with the Nikon version. It's the same. The Nikon D5100 and EOS are pretty similar APS-C crop sensor cameras. But yeah, that's a good camera there. Alpha says, is that your camera on Twitter? Yes, I think that is actually. I think I have Nathan's Twitter pulled up here. I don't want to go stalking Nathan's Twitter. What am I thinking? I'm pretty sure Nathan's Twitter does have the camera, Canon EOS. So it's a beautiful camera there. I'm glad. Oh boy. Remember how I said at the beginning of the stream that video is only 30 minutes long, and at some point during the live stream I'd have to switch it around? Well, we found that point in the live stream. Thanks for standing by there. All right, so Nathan also has more details on the flower one. Nathan says, the flower one was on the first snow day in over a year, if you remember when I talked about that in the past stream. It has melted, so there was water left on a cherry blossom. Oh man, that is just absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I do remember you saying that it was the first time it had snowed in a long time from where you hail from. And yeah, that's so pretty, man. I love cherry blossoms. They're so pretty. Nathan says, a sunset was just me seeing in the great moment, and I captured it. The Red Rocks are at a slot canyon in St. George, Utah called the Lemon Squeeze. Ooh, very pretty. I know Utah has some very beautiful geology. Went to Zion National Park a while ago, and those are some very, very impressive canyons and rock formations, and Bryce Canyon's also really beautiful too. I've been around St. George. Whenever I drive out to see Randy, I go through St. George. Can't say that I've really stopped, but I definitely should check out these lemon canyons if I'm ever driving through and have some time. So Nathan, thank you so much for sharing. These are some beautiful, truly pieces of art, and thanks for sharing. This is great. All right, so we're gonna move on to this next one. Who sent this one in? Was this Gage? I don't think. Oh, it was Gage. Gage sent in 2, so I'm sorry. These are both from Gage. Sorry. Gage sent this one in. That is a beautiful flower. I don't even know what kind of flower that is. We can see like it has pollen. Look at all the detail. The little water droplets. Man, that is absolutely gorgeous, Gage. I love this. Thank you so much. Oh, that's just absolutely gorgeous. I love the yellow and the fuchsia and the black and the yellow bits of pollen, and the little water droplets just really add a lot of texture to an otherwise average flower. I really, really love this. Even like some greens in there too. Like, this is a very well balanced picture as far as the colors go. Really do like this. Great job, Gage. And then Gage also submitted this one, which he said, I'm sorry. He gave a little details about this in the tweet here. Gage said, I entered this photo into our 4-H back in 2019, and it was selected to go on the Wisconsin State Fair in 2020. Unfortunately, because of COVID, it was never displayed. Shot on iPhone XS, unedited. Definitely one of my favorite pictures. Wow, Gage. That is impressive. I've never really submitted my photography for any kind of competitions. I've been thinking about it because I think it would be kind of fun to say, as you said, this picture was, what was going to be submitted for a state fair. I think that's pretty cool, and I can tell exactly why, because this is a very beautiful picture. So thanks for sharing, Gage. I believe you shared another picture here. So let's go see this other picture here. Gage says, here's another one of my favorites, shot on iPhone XS using a macro lens. Oh, look at that. Those little water droplets are like so small. Oh, it's beautiful. And I love how the macro lenses on the iPhone use chromatic aberration to kind of give this like zoom effect. It really makes it like, it's almost like a vignetting, but a bokeh vignetting. It's a very, almost like an anamorphic lens, although this is a little, anyway, I'm getting camera nerdy, but this is a great picture, man. I love how the little macro lens here makes you feel like you're zooming in. You're like a little bee zooming into the, sorry, it probably was pretty loud because I did that right into the mic, but anyway, yeah, very great picture, Gage. Really appreciate it. Man. That's gorgeous. All right, let's get back to the chat here, and then we'll move on to, I believe, why Mike is next. Let me wet my whistle first. All right. Alpha says we just got snow last night. Unfortunately, it doesn't look very pretty. Everything can be pretty, Alpha, with the right outlook. I think some of the most beautiful pictures are those that are not traditionally pretty, if you know what I mean. Looking for beauty in places that are often overlooked or not traditionally. Why am I like leaning into the mic? I can like literally move the microphone. I don't know why I've been doing that all night. Like breaking my neck, leaning into the microphone. I can move it. Definitely beauty is almost always a matter of perspective. And thankfully, when you take pictures, you control the perspective of your audience. And so you can make something really basic and everyday look just phenomenal with the correct perspective. And that's almost one of the things I love most about photography. So, sorry it snowed. I'm sorry you don't like it, but I'm sure if you take the right perspective out there and take some beautiful pictures, you can find something of beauty. All right. Grant says, no way, Nathan. I'm visiting St. George right now. Wow, look at that. You guys are practically right next to each other. Alonso says your voice is super smoothing, Mr. Ansuini. Okay, well, I'm glad that you appreciate it. You're probably the first person who said anything positive about this new setup. I know Grant didn't like the ASMR, and I'm just messing around with a different setup here. Wanted to be a little bit more chill. That's why we have Randy's beautiful album Into the Dawn, which we're waiting for the dawn. Sorry, Randy. You can take a listen to, because it's a beautiful album, and we just have it playing on the background, adding some ambience. I have some drone photography up in the background, synchronized with the music. Kind of a fun, chill vibe here. Alpha says, no way, love the colors. Grant says, my Cybertruck drawing, I did win a competition, if you remember. I do remember. You had a pretty good Cybertruck drawing. I remember being pretty impressed. You also did a Roadster one, if I'm not mistaken. Alpha says, interesting. Gage says, thanks, glad you like them. I love iPhone photography. Yeah, Gage, these are beautiful examples of iPhone photography, and I think you should be extremely, sorry, I'm not talking on the mic. You should be extremely proud of what you've done here, Gage. These are some beautiful pictures. Keep it up, man. You're only going to capture more beautiful pictures, and I cannot wait to see what you take next, because these are great pictures. Same with everyone so far. Great pictures, guys. Looks like Solid State did tweet at me a few pictures. I will add them to the PowerPoint here once we finish the next two. This one is from Mr. Y Mike. I love this picture. It's very moody and mysterious. While these ones are all like vibrant and full of color, this one is subdued and almost mysterious, where we're wondering what exactly is going on in this forest. Kind of like I don't know, it feels like something out of like England or something. Like we're just on a pheasant hunt with the hounds, and we're running through, the backwoods. I don't know what they call it in England, but definitely love the in the clouds atmosphere. I've gone on quite a few hikes up in the mountains, where most of the morning, especially if they're like big 14er hikes, you start pretty early in the morning, and you'll get like these fog in the base of the mountain, and so a lot of the early part of one of these bigger hikes are done in this kind of an atmosphere where it's kind of like overcast and cloudy, but as soon as the sun breaks through at like 10:30 or 11 during the day, it's just going to start baking really hot. And so you kind of learn to enjoy this kind of moody atmosphere almost, which I really do like it. So thanks for sharing that, Mike. Mike added a few thoughts here. Mike said, foggy mountains on a morning hike, California, shot on iPhone 12 Pro. Wow, Mike, that is beautiful. Thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate it. These are great pictures, everybody, so far. Grant said, I never finished the Roadster because it turns out it's harder to draw curves than straight lines. What? No way. What? It's almost like that's why they're making the Cybertruck out of straight lines. All right, we have our last picture here before I go pull solid states. This is from Alpha Wolf. This is a picture of him, and I believe it said his girlfriend, ex. Oh boy, I can't remember. Hold on, let me look. Uh-oh. Girlfriend. Cool. Sorry, didn't want to misclassify whatever you said there, Alpha. This is very nice. Obviously, it's taken during the fall, and you have some beautiful fall leaves there. I really do like that. Also, kind of like the foreground that you have here. You didn't place your subjects like right in the center. You're kind of taken aback by the whole. I'm trying to describe this using words. I have a picture of what I want to say in my head. You're being absorbed into the landscape. So your subjects are not dominating the landscape. In fact, no, the landscape is dominating your subjects. And it kind of adds to this kind of, here's a big piece of vocabulary that I'm missing today. But basically when you are feeling small and looking at something that is big, I really, really do like this. And then obviously the soft lighting is very nice as well. Man, yeah, beautiful, and I love the fall colors too. Just gorgeous. So great job there, Alpha. Anything you want to add to that? I think that's gonna be great. So while you guys chat for a second here, let me add what Solid State added here, and let's see here. And a Solid State added 4 pictures. Wow! And you guys, if you have more pictures that you want to share, feel free to tweet them to me. I'd be happy to see those and add them to our little slideshow here and go through them together, because I think we got some beautiful works of art coming through. Ooh, Solid State has some pretty nice pictures. Bruh, these are nice. Oof, wow. Wow. Solid State. Buddy. These are nice. Just enjoying some nice vibes here. Okay, so we have solid states here. Let's go ahead and open this back up into full screen and see if we can't get our chat once again on top of the keynote. There we go. All right, let's go live again with my screen. There we go. All right. So this is the last one that we have currently set up. If you guys have any other pictures that you would like to share or add, happy to see them. Definitely want to see more from you guys. But we have, these are from Solid State, who has joined us, I believe, for the first time. I don't know if I've seen him in the chat before. So thanks so much for joining Solid State. All right, so we'll start up here in the upper left corner. This is probably one of the cooler ones that I've seen this evening, as far as not like rating your guys' pictures. I'm just saying, like, this one is like one of those ones where like the landscape is kind of fleeting, like this fog that's over the mountains. I'm sorry, mountains, lake. Can I talk tonight? I don't think I can talk. The fog that's over these lakes really doesn't last. Like, it can be so fleeting as like just a few minutes. And so you have to be ready, and you have to be there at the right time in the right place to get this kind of a picture. So this is really great, Solid State. I really like this. Got it's kind of almost a blur of where the water begins and where the fog begins. And you obviously have some nice foreground and some background as well, with even some mid-ground items to give you a little bit of scale. Like, that's a pretty big pontoon boat, That's a huge slide. So, you know, this is a really big scene that we're getting to take a look at. So thank you for sharing this. This is really awesome, solid state. All right, let's go over here. Oh my goodness, this is a very beautiful fall picture. I can tell you're using the ultra wide lens. What camera was this taken on? Was this on an iPhone with an ultra wide lens? I'd imagine, I think you're still using iPhone 11 Pro, right? So this was probably on your iPhone 11 Pro. This is awesome. We have some of the best HDR on the market right there. Isn't it an iPhone? That we have a properly exposed sun with sun rays and also a properly exposed sky, not mere inches away from each other. Really challenging to do, and also really pretty lake. I love how this is all set up and framed, and this is a great use of the ultra wide. Ooh, you even have like a little bit of a deck corner here. Really adds some scale. I like this picture. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. This is a great one. Let's look down here. Oh, whoa. You know, this almost looks like a drone picture, but no, this is like you hiked up here, man. This is really cool. You came all the way up here, and that is some really beautiful. I love it in the beginning of a fall season when you have just enough fall colors to add fall into a picture, but also enough green to make it feel vibrant and vivacious. I really do like that. So let's see here. We have Mike asking random questions that we'll definitely get to, Mike. Don't worry. I love how you took it at an angle here. Like you could have just taken it straight on, just like this picture, but you decided not to. You decided to make it basically like a 45-ish degree angle there. Kind of makes you just twist your head a little, and it almost feels like you're an FPV drone just flying over this this cityscape, which is just really beautiful. Man, great job. Congratulations. I really want to go there now. Ooh, this one is dark and mysterious. I love it. This is like either right before or right after sunset. You get like these beautiful clouds here. You have just like a little bit of the fleeting bits of sunlight hitting the clouds, either coming or going. These big, dark, ominous clouds with blue skies behind. It's very beautiful. Just all moody. You know, it's very, very nice. So, man, these are some great pictures. Great job, solid state. You did say an all on iPhone 11 Pro and 10. Yep, that's good. That's good. Hashtag shot on iPhone, gang. Beautiful, beautiful pictures, guys. Let me check my Twitter one more time to make sure I'm not missing anybody. And, oh, I think I did miss one picture from Grant here. Let's go ahead and get Grant's one picture going here. Let's see. Give me one momento. Let's see here. There we go. All right. Let's see. I can't do that. Of course, I can't. Grant, you're just trying to flex. I see what you're doing, but it is still a good picture, and I love this kind of car. So, you know, I'll let this slide just this once, but I know what you're doing, Grant. Grant's trying to flex on all of us. Well, he can't flex on Model Y Mike because Model Y Mike knows exactly what's up here. All right, let's do a little bit of screen sharing. And there is Grant with the Model Y that he got to play with, I think either today or yesterday or some other, I don't know, pretty recently. Mr. Grant got to drive one of these beautiful cars. Look at him. He is so happy. Mr. Grant's so happy right now. Look at that. Happy boy with the Model Y. Very nice. Also, a subtle flex, but okay. All right, let's end that screen sharing thing here and get back to the live chat, guys. Thanks so much for coming through for me and making this yet another awesome live stream. We have about 10 minutes left here, so I'll open it up to you guys. Any comments, questions, concerns, life questions, anything you want to bring up. Now would be a great time. I actually probably should have prepared some of my favorite pictures, which we can probably go through. How would I do that? No, we're going to do it this way. Yeah. If you guys don't mind giving me a couple seconds, I'll share with you guys some of my favorite pictures here, which some may or may not have even ended up on Instagram. And, you know, some are also like very nice pictures too. We'll basically just be going through my favorites album, which may or may not be filled with other things that are not related to photography. But let's see here. All right, give me about 3 or 4 seconds, guys. Probably like 2 minutes, really. Let's catch up with the chat though, real quick. Mike says, squirrel question of the week: how many squirrels could fit into the original Death Star, ignoring walls, components inside? Very good question. We'll get to that in just a moment. Alpha says, and Mike is at it again with the squirrels. Yep. Alpha says, Wolf. Whoa, I need to use that dark photo for the background of my next music video. Well, you should ask whichever one you're talking about. Probably is Solid State, if I had to guess. But you should ask Solid State if you can do that, and maybe he'll send you a DM with the actual picture there, the full res file. Grant says, this was yesterday when I got to test drive Model Y and Model 3. Very pretty. I like it. I've only seen one Tesla in my area for 100 miles. Wow, that's pretty rare then. Also said someone should put a Cybertruck on a riser with enormous shocks and monster truck wheels. Yes, we do have Nick's favorite song playing in the background. I know we have a lot of Randy Vasquez fans here, so happy to entertain. And also we have some beautiful drone. Look at that sunrise. It's so pretty, right? Come on. Very nice. Solid State says, okay, Nick, I have an important question. What do you think of the EV startup Aptera? I made a few videos on it. I'm thinking I'm going to get that over Tesla. Well, I really do love the Aptera. The Aptera, besides a Cybertruck or an electric DeLorean, the Aptera would be the only other new electric vehicle I would consider getting. I'm not quite sold on getting a brand new car next time I get a new car, because my old car's doing just fine, and I don't really use it all that much. You suck, Nick. I don't really use it all that much, so I think the Aptera is probably the best deal per dollar you can get. And notice how I didn't say price per dollar, because Drew gave me heck about that last podcast. So I think the Aptera is probably the best deal for dollar that you can get, because it has a lot of performance in it, and it's pretty low price. You can also have a lot of solar panels on it, which I think just makes a ton of sense. If you're going to have it sit in a parking lot getting hot, you might as well have that heat converted into electrical energy. Okay. So as far as Aptera, I really love it. It's probably my third favorite car right now, behind the Cybertruck and the hypothetical electric DeLorean, and then the Aptera. So I'm really rooting for them, and I really hope they come through, because I would love to see Aptera. I used to love back in 2016, before like EVs really caught on board, like mainstream. There was a startup called ElioCart that was basically an Aptera, except the driver sat in front of the passenger, so it was just like one seat in front of the other seat. So it's kind of like a Model 3. You know how the Aptera is kind of a Model 3 without the back row? As far as like width, it's like as wide as a little bit wider than a Model 3, but it's like only the front row. The ElioCart was like a Model 3, but it was just the driver and the behind passenger, and it only had one door, and it had like a 3-cylinder gas engine, but it was like super efficient, got like 100 and something miles to the gallon. And why Mike says I wouldn't fit in an Aptera. Solid State says I second this. Grant says I third this. Well, guys, obviously I'm gonna get the Aptera Plus Max Pro. Yeah. Okay, so Randy has a Coed? I have no idea what that means. Simply Tech. I don't think I've seen you, Simply Tech. Welcome to the chat. I appreciate you chatting and interacting, because as we all know, Ansuini Live is nothing without interaction. Alpha says, would Randy be mad if I used his music? I think that this music is white labeled, which is why I'm using it, because I was like, oh, I need some lo-fi, but Randy's songs are, I believe, whitelisted, so you're not going to get struck on YouTube. But definitely ask him, just send him a tweet. Be like, hey, can I use your music in a video? And I'm sure he would, because this music is shareable, if I recall what he said. Sounds like a Twizy. Imagine a limousine Model S's extreme battery size. That would be pretty cool. Oh, Simply Tech Randy. Interesting. Okay, I am gonna set up my computer here real quick to be able to show you guys my iPad screen, and on that I will show you guys my pictures, because I actually am not signed into the Photos app on my Mac because reasons, and I'll get to that in a second. Give me a minute. Thanks for holding on, guys. Hold on, guys. Just plugged my iPad directly into my computer, but my computer's not even recognizing that the iPad is plugged in. I can't think of a way to move a bunch of my favorite pictures over easily because I don't have the Photos app set up because I don't care to, honestly. Let's see here. Alright, this might be a dud for the evening. Sorry, guys. I'm using, I don't know. Let's try a different USB-C cable. I don't know. If this doesn't work, we'll scrap that and move on. Sorry, guys. No dice, guys. I don't know. For some reason, the iPad just isn't showing up as a device on the computer. I don't know why. I'm going to talk to Steve about this. This is unacceptable. Alright, well, that's, I guess we're not going to be... Can't plug it in using the fake cam link, can I? I guess I could. I guess I could, huh? Grant, you're right. Good thing I have a fake cam link. And an extra HDMI cable and an HDMI to USB-C adapter. This is probably going to be the most ghetto setup ever, but I think it might just work. Good thinking, man. Appreciate it. Right, let's see, I need another USB-C adapter. Okay, looks like my iPad has recognized it as a video output. I know I could airdrop it alpha, but I don't have a way to just easily show them all. Like, Photos app is gonna... Ooh, did I just zoom in really big? Oof, sorry. Sometimes it does that when you plug in extra video inputs. OBS is weird sometimes. Alright, let's see if I can't add another video capture card. Make this guy. Wow, look at that. Alright, that is stretched. Golly. Alright, okay. Let's see if we can fix that. Oof. I'm a little stretched here. Huh. Well, better than nothing, I guess, huh? Let's see if we can't. Alright. I don't know, we're getting a little off track here, and we're already at 10 o'clock. So we don't have a ton of time left, but I do want to show you guys some of my favorite pictures. It's literally just my favorites album, which I think people have seen in different videos here, but it has a lot of my favorite pictures. This was a pretty good one, taken in northern central coast, so northern California. The Hearst Castle is up on a big mountain right in front of the sea. It was a beautiful sunset. Just a beautiful area. That's the castle itself. That was taken in Hawaii, in Kona, I believe, on the Big Island. Actually, that was one of Steve Jobs' favorite places. Yes, it worked. Thank you so much, Grant. Appreciate your help. This is kind of janky because it worked. I guess that's all it needs. Jillian asked if I had to get rid of one Apple product, what would it be? Probably my watch. I don't use that a ton. It's also on the Big Island here. I don't know. Those are kind of pretty. I had to pick just one or two. There probably wouldn't be any of these though. Let's see. This one's a good one. I like that one. It's just a street that's next to my work in Denver. Kind of just lined up perfectly, and just has kind of moody urban vibes. That's my cat. Very yellow eyes. I love it. Let's see here. Let's see. Ooh, that's a nice fall picture. I don't know, guys. I got tons of pictures. Ooh, here's some, I don't know if these are cherry blossoms. These might be dogwood blossoms, but kind of pretty. I actually think this was portrait mode on an iPhone. Interesting. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see what other stuff we got here. We got the ferocious kitty cat here. Look out. Ferocious kitty cat gonna eat you. Gotta be careful. Again, I do love my red rocks and blue backgrounds. Very pretty. Let's see here. Oh, yes, this is probably one of my favorites. It was an old grinding wheel that I found in a family barn with the most supple amount of sunlight. It was just the very final moments of sun, and it was just hitting this grinding wheel just oh so perfectly to create this really nice gradient. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. Yep, my favorite song's back. I did rewind it just for you guys. Let's see here. This one's a pretty good one. This is a really old bottle of brandy, I guess, that I found in an old barn next to an old shoe with some cobwebs and, sunlight. Very pretty. That's an old cemetery. Oh, and of course, the wallpaper that I've been using. It's a wave. Very pretty. More waves. Just gorgeous. I don't think I can show you those quite yet. Took a nice little picture of my iPod, which turned into a thumbnail. So it's just so beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. That was a pretty good one too. Anywho, let's end that there. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Thanks for taking a look at some of my favorite pictures. I do suck. Thank you, Randy, for keeping me humble, man. Appreciate it. I don't think an Ansuini live show wouldn't be the same without me answering the question of the week, and I did, which was showing some of you guys some of my favorite photography there. So thanks for tuning in for that. Obviously, I have tons of other pictures that I really like too, but those are just some of the best that I have. Let me move my mouse here. This doesn't look like I'm just playing out off YouTube, even though I totally am, because I uploaded that file and then deleted it locally. All right, let's finish up the chat here. I'm gonna give you guys your 2-minute warning for saying our salutations, because I think we have definitely hit over our hour at this point, and we should bring this lovely live stream to a close, even though we've been so chill and relaxed the entire time. It's been so much fun. All right. Man, I guess I've been missing the chat for a little while. Sorry, guys. Alpha says 1, 2, 3. Giant bagel. Yeah, we didn't get that. We'll have to say that for next week. Mike, you better not make me hungry in the middle of the night. Oh, whoa, big zoom. I'm eating a boneless chicken strips. Wow. Why, Mike? That is delicious. Simply Text says Mike is homeless. I can confirm that is very false, because I was just talking to him this morning and he was showing me around his very beautiful home. So yeah, he is not homeless. Plug it into the fake cam link. Thank you, Grant, for saving the entire chat. That was a great idea. Good thing I have 2 fake cam links, an extra HDMI cable, an HDMI to USB-C cable, and a USB-C to USB-A cable, all just lying around to be able to make that happen. So good idea. Glad it worked. And that I've never used the fake cam link in that way, but that works just right. If I had to get rid of Apple product, probably be my Apple Watch. I don't use it very much. My Apple USB-A to Lightning cable, yeah, those are pretty terrible. Oh, Wyatt, sorry to hear that, guys. Sending you weird stuff. Don't send weird stuff to you guys. Come on, be good people. Julian had a great question. It would be my Apple Book, in my opinion. Yes, Apple Book was probably the least useful product. I mean, it's a 300 white book full of pictures of Apple products, so it wasn't really even anything useful unless you wanted to have it sit on your desk there. White says, I want a cat so bad, lol. Yes, they are very fun little creatures. My cat is an outside cat. He is a mouser. So he doesn't really like people a lot. I mean, he tolerates us, kind of. He's your classic cat that, like, could care less if you existed, but is kind of nice. So anyway, yeah, definitely kind of fun to have a cat, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying when they don't acknowledge your existence, and they're like, why am I going through all the trouble of having you around? But anyway, Grant says, supple. I love supple things. Yeah, supple things are amazing. Let's get off that mic there. Ooh, have I been clipping this whole time? I hope not. Let's reduce that a little bit. Alpha has an iPod Nano in that color. Ooh, very nice. Where's the Boca Tree video? It is right there. Let's go look at that Boca Tree video. Maybe it'll come at some point. Alpha says, anyone watch John Prosser shave off his eyebrows? I did. That was pretty fun. Don't make promises you don't intend to keep, and he kept it, so I'm impressed, man. Good job. Nick, has been fun. It's actually 3 hours past my bedtime, so I'm gonna have to miss the end of this stream. All right, no worries, Solid States. Thanks for joining in. Good to see you. Have a good evening. Hope you and yours are well, and hopefully see you next week, same time, same place. All right, I think that is a good way to end it off here. Thanks, guys, so much for joining. Wyatt, Solid State, Gage, Grant, Alpha, Mike, Julian, Simply Tech. Thanks, y'all, for joining. Probably missed a few people. Alsano, thank you so much for joining, guys. Appreciate it. This show is only possible because of you and your interactions and your participation. I really love hanging out with you guys. You guys are a really fun group. Thanks so much for joining, and I will see you guys next week for another episode of Ansuini.